And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday. And you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, and of course that old outlaw, that old cagey outlaw, Waylon Jennings. And a lot going on this week, but not a lot going on in the purchases department. That is for sure, as this is one of the slower weekly purchases weeks, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that this week, but definitely a surreal week. Of course, you guys know Terry Funk did pass away. Really hit me pretty hard personally, just because of my lifelong fandom and, getting to spend time with him on 3 different occasions over the years. So definitely a rough go this week. And of course, Bray Wyatt, which it's wild, just one day after another. We haven't seen that in a heck of a long time. And it almost feels like, and this was before my time, but they always talk about, Groucho died. The great comedian Groucho, he died. He died back in, I think it was 77, 78, 79, whatever it was, long before I was alive. But he did die, and then Elvis died the next day, and kind of a lot of people forgot about, of course, Groucho. And I hate to see that with Terry Funk. I mean, you hate to see anybody die, but man, Terry Funk was such a big part of the wrestling business for, decade upon decade upon decade, and then his dad even before that. Not that Bray Wyatt isn't either, of course, his family lineage as well. But definitely a sad, sad time out there. And I hope both of them do get the tributes that they definitely do deserve, because 2 absolutely huge names. And personally, for me, Terry Funk, a very, very big deal for me at the end of the day. So very, very sad there. And very crazy. If you guys saw the videos this week, I did do a video about my thoughts on Terry Funk, just kind of off the cuff is what that one was. So very interesting video, I guess. Sure, why not? I don't know what I accomplished with it, but check that out if you want to. And then we did do a Terry Funk top 10 in honor. A lot of people said, hey, are you going to do Bray Wyatt? Well, I did like a year ago, I think. I did a top 5 Fiend figures. Maybe one of these days we'll do a top 5 Bray Wyatt. Not anytime soon, I don't think. Not anytime soon. But Terry Funk, I was saving for 50,000 subscribers on this channel. That was going to be the 50,000 special. Terry Funk, oh man. But I felt like I needed to do it early. And I just felt like it. I don't know. You guys know what I mean. But definitely wanted to get that one done. Definitely just some closure that didn't really work. I don't know. It's just a weird, weird deal when anytime your hero passes on for, just is what it is. So I guess we'll move on. We'll carry on. We'll keep going on there. And one thing that I found very, very interesting was, so I filmed that top 10 Terry Funk video. And right as I started that, so I reached up to my camera to turn, the go button. It's time to go. I reached up to turn that on, and I absolutely threw my back out. I heard the loudest pop of my life, and I basically crumbled right here. And I had to leave town, so I knew I had to get this video done. And I'm still, right now, I am in agonizing pain. And you'll just see if you see me squint or, just do one of those anytime in this video. It'll be interesting to see if I do that. But I'm in a heck of a lot of pain. And, you throw your back out. I guess I'm getting old. Who knows? But, man, it's one of those things with that back pain. It just shoots into your hands and your feet and all that kind of stuff. Just absolutely wild. And to get from a seated position, it takes me like 10 minutes to get standing up straight again. And then to sit back down, it's about 10 minutes trying to get back down. So absolutely wild, absolutely crazy. I'll power through. I'll get through it. I'll take some Advil or something. Who knows? But man, oh man, not a fun time. Not a fun time. And I did drive to Omaha, Nebraska this week to see Haunt and Hellfire. Haunt and Hellfire 2, new wave of traditional heavy metal bands. Check them out if you haven't. Driving that couple hours in the car, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling okay. And then I couldn't get out of the car. I had to I parked so nobody could see me. This is what I did. I parked so nobody could see me, and I literally rolled out of the car onto the ground. And then I kind of worked myself up to all fours, in the mount position almost. I was back there, just like a dog on its back, flipped around, got up, pulled myself in the car, and then put myself against the car and slowly straightened my back out Oh, and it hurts right there just doing it. But I'll be good. I'll power through. I'll get through it. But long story short, I almost felt like it was kind of like Terry Funk doing that to me. Like, this is the pain I lived with every single day of my life. Why don't you take some of this for me now? I think you'd be better suited for it. That's kind of what I thought of myself. And I just kind of laughed a little bit when I had that happen. But obviously not funny, but I'm powering through. And that's what Terry did too. Can you imagine the pain Terry was in every single day? Just absolutely crazy. So anyways, that's my story time right there. But let's recap the week that was. But before we do that, let's talk Patreon. Getting near to the end of August. Patreon giveaway for the month of August. Adam Cole, baby. Target exclusive. So if you're looking for this, we are going to do that as the giveaway this month. Brand new giveaway, September 1st. We'll talk about that. And we'll do the giveaway video on Patreon as we usually do. So thank you one and all for supporting me on the old Patreon channel. Now, getting to the toys that we talked about this week that we unboxed. Of course, we talked about the 2 Terry Funk videos. Definitely must-watch videos here on the channel. Our weekly Jack's Class Superstars Top 5. We did that this week. We did Skeletor and Screech 2-pack. Everybody loves the little Skeletor, so we did that one. We also did Fangor, Masters Universe Creations exclusive, so check that one out. We did some music unboxings this week. You know I'm a music guy. The Merciful Fate Super 7 King Diamond. We unboxed that on the channel. NECA Willie Nelson we unboxed this week, and we unboxed the NECA Number of the Beast Iron Maiden new release there. So 3 music unboxings this week on the channel. That was a lot of fun. Batman Spawn 2-pack, unboxed that one here this week as well. A very fun video for me to do this year, and I was very humbled to be asked to announce the nominees for the Toys of the Year Grown-Up category. So if you checked out that video, I thought that was a really cool one. And I'm going to do some giveaways around that one as well. So stay tuned. Probably after the holidays, September, we'll do some giveaways around the Toys of the Year items that were in the category I was in. So stay tuned for that one as well. So there you go. We also did a brand new incarnation of It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, Part 17, where I say, what is leaving my collection? What am I getting rid of? We talked about that this week on the channel. Check that one out. We unboxed Condor from the Valaverse. We unboxed that one this week. Nightfall Batman, Sinestro Batman. Unboxed that one. The Shredder Best Buy Clone 3-pack and the Wanderer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Those are both Best Buy exclusives. We unboxed those on the channel as well this week. And then, of course, Toy Hunt. It's all about the Toy Hunt at the end of the day. We did do the mall toy hunt. I went to the Mall of America, so you see some footage from that. Rode some roller coasters. Got my daughter convinced to go on the big crazy coaster there. It's all there in the old toy hunt. Check that video out if you have not seen that one yet. So a lot going on the channel this week. A lot going on every single week. Of course, I always talk about Patreon. There's hundreds, literally hundreds of videos up there that are not on traditional YouTube, and a lot more to come here in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for all that. Plus the unboxings from this week, as you guys know how we usually do here on the channel. But now it's time to dive into the Jonathan Frakes Question of the Week.
Did you ever have a job as a waiter? Have you noticed?
And our friend Jonathan this week asked us a very interesting question. Have you ever had a job as a waiter? And you know what? The answer is no. Question of the week done. I never have. I've been a kid that worked the day I turned 14. I started working at a grocery store, and that's kind of been my life ever since on both sides of the business, the grocery business on both sides, working at the store for a retailer and working for CPG companies out there. But I did bus tables as a young Kyle, and that was an interesting time. I was not a big fan of that. That was not what I wanted to be doing, but you know, 14-year-old kids go to the cannon bottle room, do drive up, clean up the parking lot, throw the garbage away, sweep the floor, wait the tables in the restaurant or not wait, bus the tables. And I had to do that. And I remember them saying, you're not allowed to take tips. We don't take tips. You tell the customer, no, keep your money. So I would do that. You know, they'd try to tip you for doing stuff. They'd see you're a hardworking little kid. And I probably looked like I was 7 years old when I was 14. And people, yeah, let me tip you. No. And I remember there was this one really old lady one time. And she wanted to give me a tip. Nope, can't do a tip, can't do a tip. And I remember she came, I was cleaning a table, and she came from around, story time with Kyle, she came around me, and I don't know how old she was. She was like 100 years old when I was like 14, but who knows, maybe she was like 50 then. I don't know exactly what she was, but she came around with some money, and I'm waiting at a table, and she came through the front and directly stuck it in my pants all the way inside the underwear. She went right into the underwear and stuck that money in there, pulled her hand out, and moved on, and it was one of the most weird things ever. What is this lady doing? I turned around, there's this old lady, and I think she was hoping to get into my pocket. I think, I don't know, but it was a weird day, but I did end up keeping that tip. So the more you know, folks, the more you know. But I never did wait a table, never did any of that kind of stuff. I'm sure a lot of you guys and gals out there have. A lot of people have started their career or had that job in high school, college. Maybe now, who knows? So there you go. The more you know with the Jonathan Frakes question of the week. Now it's time to get into it. Let's take a look at the weekly purchases. All right, as I said at the top, this is one of the slowest weekly purchases weeks of all time, and man, I'm okay with that. As this week, there was a lot of pre-orders, things that I pre-ordered, some new Mondo stuff. It was a very expensive week on the back half, or the front half, I guess, and we'll get those stuff in the future here. But light week this week. I was in Dallas, Texas for work most of the week, then I was in Omaha, so there wasn't a lot going on. I did hit a few stores, and you'll see in next week's toy hunt video, you'll see some of that concert footage. You'll see some of my trips to Dallas, Texas, and toy stores and Targets, Walmarts, things like that. So stay tuned to the channel for all that kind of stuff. Subscribe, as I always do say. But let's dive in, and we talked about this guy a lot yesterday, if you're watching this in order. Toy news of the week, we talked McFarlane Toys, a lot of stuff going on, and I actually got a lot of McFarlane Toy stuff through the door this week. So from the McFarlane Toy Store, I did get the Riddler. Classic Riddler, man. I'm here for this all day long. Love the looks of the Riddler right here. Looking really nice. Also got Catman, and I'm really excited about this one. Don't really know anything about the Catman. I just know about Peter Criss. That's the only Catman I know anything about. But this one's interesting, is you don't see McFarlane Toys giving us soft, good capes. And you guys know, cape season year-round, thanks to Lando Calrissian. I'm here for this. So we did get Catman this week. And I also ended up getting this one here, Superboy Prime Infinite Crisis Patina Edition. An interesting one. 4,010 pieces on this one. That's kind of a weird, strange number. But the only reason I ended up getting this was if you bought these three together, and I had a discount code to save like $10 off or something like that. And then if you bought all three together, it was like another $10 off. So this guy almost really cost like $5-6. Something along those lines. So I was like, well, for that little price, I guess I could do that. So I just threw him in. Not super excited about this one. Maybe it'll blow my socks off. We'll see what ends up happening. But I did get those three from the McFarlane Toy Store. And then via Amazon this week, I did get Robin Tim Drake edition. I feel like I'm going right back to the 90s there. Robin Reborn, a new Robin on the streets there, so definitely interesting. I'm sad I missed out on that one Robin, the Dick Grayson Robin. I think it was Dick Grayson, or was it Dick Grayson? The little Robin that was a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive. Can't believe I got iced out on that one. Maybe one day. I did hit up GameStop in beautiful Omaha, Nebraska. Beautiful this time of year. Picked up the Green Lantern Alan Scott. As I was in GameStop, I got a notice that this order from Amazon got moved into September. Same price on both, and I had at least a $5 coupon to use on this. So I said, well, I'm just going to cancel Amazon. I'll just get this at GameStop. So I picked this bad boy up right here. Old Alan Scott Green Lantern, a classic Green Lantern look right there. No doubt about it. So I got some McFarlane stuff. And then, of course, you'll see it next week in my toy hunt video. I was in Dallas, Texas, one of their fine Walmarts. Oh, Walmart. Great wherever you go. I did pick up Darkseid, $3 on clearance. I said, for $3, I'll pick this one up. I'm picking and choosing some of these. You guys know I got that old school Hall of Justice. I don't want to buy the Super Friends from back in the day. I don't want to spend that money. But I'll get some of these guys. I'll pick and choose and pick some of these up. That's exactly what I did right there with old Darkseid. Now the hits keep on coming. Another Amazon purchase this week. I did get my Cobra Arctic Bat. Now I got these from DJC Collectibles like 3 months ago. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to pick up your Joes way earlier. But I did get my Amazon one. Finally came through here. So a nice little surprise I wasn't expecting. So the Bat Army continues to build. And we're getting down to the end of the show right here is what we're getting down to. Can you believe that? A slow weekly purchases. Curb Stomp City Decals. I did get that Pokemon sticker for the Logan Paul Ultimate Edition. I did pick that up at Curb Stomp. Just a sticker that goes on there. I don't really like Pokemon. I don't really feel like I need it, but that thing looks so plain with nothing there. So I picked this up. It was like $5, $8, something like that. So I ended up getting those stickers. So there you go. I'm a sticker collector at this point right here. I did get via Amazon this week. Of course, I did get this a week or so ago. Check out the unboxing on the channel. We did it literally like 2 weeks ago. But it is the Gobbledygooker Undertaker Amazon exclusive pack. Picked that one up this week. Got my mint in box. And I'm still a double up member of the Ultimate Editions. I think I need to just cut my losses and move on. I think I just need to be a loose collector. It's tough to do. I've come this far. I hate to give up, but there's so many Ultimates coming up. It's tough to keep up with, and finance is tough to keep up with too on that kind of stuff. It gets pretty expensive at, you know, $35 a pop or whatever, or more in some instances. That's pretty expensive to double up on. So we'll see what happens. I guess I'm into the double up club still. We'll see how long I can hold out on that. I've been threatening it for a while. Haven't pulled the trigger. But not done yet. Via Big Bad Toy Store this week. Did get these shipped in. I'll unbox these on the channel this week. The old Fanatico series, Lucha Legends of Lucha Libre. Oh, Black Taurus. I'm here for that one. Very excited about that. Very excited about Ultimo Dragon. How about that one? An all-timer, no doubt about it. The old Ultimo Dragon. Paraguayo, got him right here as well. And then, of course, Vampiro. Not necessarily the Vampiro I always think of, but I think to most people, especially south of the border, this is the Vampiro they do end up thinking of. So, some cool figures here. Always cool to get wrestling figures from other companies that aren't the big companies. Here for these, excited for these. We're going to check them out on the channel, like I did say. But I'm looking around. That is it. Can you believe it? A slow weekly purchases. Somebody dropped the balloons. Oh, no balloons. No balloons, unfortunately, but very excited to get all this stuff. But a very, very quiet week, and we've seen a lot of big weeks lately. I'm here for more of these weeks to kind of even some stuff out, let you get caught up on some stuff. Like I said, we got so many videos on Patreon, so much stuff still to unbox, even going far back as San Diego Comic-Con and before that I haven't gotten to. This is pretty manageable. I think I can get some of that stuff cleared out and get some of this stuff done as well. But next week, as we always say, it's a new week, so you never know what might happen next week. Stay tuned. Of course, subscribe to this very YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to follow along on social media. And, of course, on Patreon. Patreon, your best way to support this channel and all the content it brings. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Support the channel over there. And then, like I said, social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling into another work week. See you guys all real soon.